About 2 years ago, Acura brought back the beloved Integra nameplate to the States after a very long hiatus, and it turned out to be a gamble that has paid off because the Integra has been a really top-selling vehicle for Acura. And today we're actually at the Quail for Monterey Car Week, and this right here is the Integra Type S HRC prototype. Let's take a first look. Now, as you guys know, the Acura Integra has been a really big favorite of mine, especially when you guys looked at the Type S model. I personally thought that the Type S was just a better buy versus the Civic Type R. So as you can see, for this Integra Type S HRC prototype, Acura is essentially taking things to the next level. Kind of think of the HRC as a design study for performance parts that Acura will eventually offer through the dealership. I also think of it as kind of like the next level Type S. You know how Porsche has, they have GT4 and then they also have GT4 RS. This is designed to then take it further past the regular Type S. Now, as you can see from the front end, this car certainly has the standard good looks of the Integra, but they've kind of cranked the dial up here to 12. It has a very distinctive front end. It has a more aggressive front splitter with actual functional openings. There's some carbon fiber and some gloss black. Acura says that everything that you're seeing on the outside for this vehicle is all functional. And this is not just there for looks, it's there to actually add downforce to, manage the airflow for the vehicle. You can see it has the standard July chicane style LED headlights with the Integra stamped on here. It has the HRC badge there, which if you're wondering what that means, that stands for Honda Racing Corporation. This essentially replaces HPD. And again, it's going to showcase and preview a bunch of performance parts that you can buy from the dealership. I also love that Integra Type S grille, which looks like it's been enlarged with larger air intake openings. I also love this hood. As you can see, it's got functional heat extractors with carbon fiber right there. Now, under the hood, I can't pop the hood and show you guys. Acura says that the 2-liter turbocharged high-revving iVTEC engine should still make the same 310 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. However, they did say that they increased the intercooler cooling capacity and the oil coolers as well. They also added a catback exhaust, which makes the vehicle a little louder. This exterior color is called Indy Yellow Pearl. If you guys remember the Integra concept they showed 2 years ago, it debuted in a yellow color, but Acura never offered it in yellow. So I'm hoping that this color will eventually make it to production. It should replace Tiger Eye Pearl. I think this color in this beautiful Monterey sunshine looks amazing. Now, in terms of the wheels, you can see these are a forged 19-inch wheel with a gloss black finish. I love the 5-spoke design. These wheels are going to be lighter and stronger versus the standard wheel. You can see the brakes are also enlarged over 15 inches. They're an inch and a half larger, clamped down by a 6-piston Brembo yellow painted caliper. The tires are 265/30. Trofeo R tires. The vehicle itself has also been lowered around 15 millimeters. So again, it gives the car an even more aggressive stance. This car already looked fantastic. I love the bulging fender flares, obviously, with the gloss black along the side sills. You can see there's the HRC badging here, which again, this is designed to be even more of an aggressive, offering versus the regular Integra. You can see the side mirrors here are gloss black. I would have liked to see this carbon fiber along with the roof panel. You can see the Integra Type S. I wish Acura would offer it with a sunroof, but for this, interpretation, I would have liked to also see this with a carbon fiber roof. Now, the rear seat has actually been deleted. That's one thing Acura did to try to save weight. They also offer it without air conditioning. In general, this car should save about 200 pounds of weight compared to the regular Integra, so that should put the curb weight at just under 3,000 pounds. You can see the rear. How could you not notice the massive table at the back? You can see this is actually taken from the actual race car, the Integra Type S race car that they actually race. I love the way this wing looks. It adds functional downforce. I actually didn't think a wing could work on the back of an Integra Type S, but you can see the company made it work quite nicely. It looks great with the carbon fiber, with the Indy Yellow Pearl exterior, which, if you guys remember, this color comes from the 2nd generation NSX. And then you can see the exhaust system. It's got that signature triple exhaust system here. It's a catback exhaust developed by HRC. Sadly, I can't start it up and show you guys what it sounds like, but it does, again, make this thing look even more aggressive. This vehicle will also retain its hatchback practicality, but they also made some changes to the inside, so let's go ahead and hop in there and see what it's like. Now, here's the interior of the Integra Type S HRC prototype. As you can see, it's got these really interesting and awesome Recaro Racing bucket seats, which are developed, I believe, by HRC themselves. These seats obviously probably won't make it to production, but just seeing it in this vehicle here, you can really see the actual race cars over there to the side, because we're here actually at Laguna Seca today. I wanted to wait until the next day to actually show you guys what this is like. But for the rest of the interior, it pretty much looks almost identical to the standard Integra. Obviously, you have these yellow seat belts, which look awesome. It kind of matches the Indy Yellow Pearl on the outside, but Acura said I was allowed to sit in this vehicle, so I kind of wanted to hop in and just show you guys what the inside was like. Let me shut the door because it's pretty loud over at the track. You can see the interior has basically the same stuff that you expect from the regular Integra. I do notice a couple of changes here. There's some carbon fiber here. You have a shift knob that looks like it was pulled out of like a Euro Market Type R, but you still have the same digital display. So there's a 10.3-inch display here, the 9-inch display over here with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. I also love the suede Alcantara on the steering wheel with the yellow stitching. I kind of wish Acura had done like a flat bottom steering wheel design with a slightly thicker rim, but this definitely looks good. Suede Alcantara, however, isn't great for wear over the years, but you can see material quality is pretty much the same. So this is, again, very much production ready. Just like on the outside, aside from the seats, you even still have like the Acura Watch suite of safety tech. You have your push button selector over there. You have the suede Alcantara coming over here. The shifter, you can see, ooh, that all metal shifter definitely gets really hot, but the clutch itself kind of feels basically like standard Integra Type S stuff. Your drive mode selector is here. I do notice here that there's some shiny gray plastic trim over here, but you still have your wireless phone charging pad, your USB charging ports, you have a volume knob, and you have your dual zone temperature, although you can see this one does have AC. Remember, AC can be deleted and it helps to save about 200 pounds, but I imagine if Acura does offer this, they probably are going to keep the AC in general. I will say that these seats, for how aggressive they look, they are surprisingly comfortable. You can see there's some nice padding here with the Alcantara. These obviously are racing buckets that kind of hold you in place really aggressively. I also love the badging that you get here from Recaro and the HRC Honda Racing badge. Remember, this replaces HPD because they're all kind of going under one company. But overall, the interior here feels pretty much like standard Integra stuff. So it really is shocking to me how this vehicle is so production ready. I also noticed there's the ELS Studio surround sound audio system along with the alloy sport pedals. So it's going to be great to see Acura come out with something that's kind of more production ready. But let's go ahead and show you guys the backseat area. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you, sir. Oh, there again. Yep. Thank you. And as you can see, here is the rear seat area. Acura obviously has deleted the rear seat here to kind of increase the or reduce the weight. They also put this kind of structural bracing here to increase the structural rigidity. I love the fact that they're using actual carbon fiber here, and there's also carbon fiber along the door panel areas. You can see there's plenty of space back here, but this is kind of where I don't know if Acura does put this into production, how many people would actually choose like a rear seat delete, because again, you still have these rear doors which are functional, but this is kind of something that Toyota did with the GR Corolla. Obviously, to be able to see kind of this entire pass-through area, you still have that retainment of the practicality with the hatchback design. And in terms of like headroom space, you can see there's plenty of room, but overall you can see the backseat area is really just designed for show, but it really just shows the racing potential of the Integra Type S HRC prototype. So while the Acura Integra Type S prototype HRC is still just a prototype, I have to say this vehicle looks production ready. Aside from a couple of things here where I think a lot of people probably wouldn't want to delete the AC or delete the rear seats because you still have these useless rear doors, this car just looks even meaner, even more aggressive, and the regular Integra Type S was already an attractive vehicle, especially with the wider body, the more aggressive wheels and tires and brake package, the additional power under the hood. So I'm excited to see what the next step is, because Acura as a brand recognizes that there is a lot of people out there, the enthusiast market, are looking for factory performance parts. So this again is going to be showcasing that. Now when this vehicle eventually does go on sale, you guys are probably wondering, what's all this going to cost? Obviously I can't talk about that. The current Integra Type S starts at around $51,800. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this with all of the extra doodads and the wings and the exhaust system, the suspension upgrades. You're probably going to be spending closer to 75 grand when you have all this stuff added. Plus, of course, the installation that dealers are going to charge you. But let me know in the comment section below, would you guys add all these performance parts to your Integra Type S? Does this, do these changes make the car more desirable in your opinion? Overall, I think Acura has done a good job with the styling, but this essentially just takes it up to the next level. For Redline Reviews here at the Quail for Monterey Car Week, I'm Sofyan Bey.